but they'd be a bit nervous having to face these experienced and world-renowned names of the Chelsea players.
Absolutely. We saw the national team freeze a little bit when Arsenal came into town, and it took them 25 minutes to really get to the pace of the game against Arsenal. This will be a very physical confrontation for Malaysia. Chelsea ask different questions than Arsenal and Liverpool, and for Malaysia, they've got to hold up to it. Noor Hafiz Zamani and Subramaniam, the two centre-backs, up against Fernando Torres. What an experience for them. For Torres, he just wants to get some goals on the board.
There's on your screen the captain, Frank Lampard. Looks a little bit worried, but Frank always looked like that. And there's the local side in their yellow and black outfit. And the number 8 there on your screen, Razi, he's 29 years of age now, a midfielder. And right down at the end, the number 17, Amri Yaya. He actually, I think, he should have been in the senior squad, but they have a World Cup qualifier to play. He's 30 years of age, 5'7". He's played 63 times for the national side in Malaysia, so he's a fair bit of experience, hasn't he?
He certainly has. The national team have got a massive match against Singapore, home and away. So that's why none of the national players are here. Amri Yaya used to be a regular in the national squad. It's a very young national squad, and Amri Yaya perceived to be not part of that young group that's coming through. So this is a chance for Amri Yaya and co to just get themselves back in the limelight. These are good, experienced pros. It's a great opportunity for Amri and Harudin Omar and Noor Hafiz Zamani at the back to maybe tell K. Rajagopal, listen, we deserve to be back in your thinking.
Yeah, there's a young man there, 20-year-old Mustafa, a midfielder again. I'm looking forward to seeing him play because I was told a little bit about him. And there's a young man on the bench which you know a fair bit about, and that's Fandi Othman. He's 17 years of age, 5'7". He can play left back, he can play in the middle, and I know that a couple of scouts are even looking at him, and he's 17 days.
Absolutely. Fandi Othman is part of a team under Ong Kim Sui, who's the coach of a Malaysia team that made it through to the group stages of the Olympic qualification. And this squad, although we've got experienced players in the starting 11, all the substitutes are part of the under-23s Harry Mahmuda squad, and they should be getting a chance on the big stage, which will be brilliant for them because they face Olympic matches against Japan, Bahrain and Syria in matches starting in September.
And there again, the camera swings over and goes on the features of that big man that thousands have come to see, and that's the man who wears the number 9, Fernando Torres, the 27-year-old, and every time he appears on the screen, even in the hotel, they just lift the roof off the place, and he's got a big following of fans in Asia. Just amazing to see the reception he's getting. And there's Frank Lampard with his goalkeeper Hilario leading along the line as they greet the Malaysian team. And right behind them is Maluda, and then young Josh McEachran, a youngster and breaking in, even though he's played 8 games for Chelsea's first side, but 7 of them I think he came on as a substitute.
He did, but he's very highly rated. He was one of the reasons why the experience of Michael Ballack was released last summer, and Chelsea will be hoping that he'll be given his chance under new coach AVB, as we must call him these days. He's got the nickname already. As we look at Subkidin, match official. He represented Malaysia at the World Cup finals in South Africa last year. He is Malaysia's most experienced and best referee.
There's a shot of the Chelsea team that you'll see in your newspapers right around the world tomorrow morning as they break away, and now the Malaysian side. And take a look at that man in the middle there, Mohel Radzik. He's 29, wearing the number 8, and on the other side of him, man I'm looking to see as well, Kalang Tai, the goal scorer, 24 years of age. He can nip around the defence, Grant.
He's a very useful player. He plays for Terengganu, who were 3rd place in the recently concluded Super League, and they run the FA Cup final at the stadium with a last-gasp equaliser and then winner against league champions Kelantan.
There's the two captains out there, Zamani Mishpat, the 30-year-old central defender, a lot of experience.
He was one of the casualties from Malaysia's forlorn Asia Cup in 2007, where they were co-hosts of the Asia Cup and suffered 2 5-goal hammerings at home, and he never really suffered from that. He'll take his heart at the heart of the back. Have a look out for Dalsu Jamaluddin. He's a fullback who plays for Kelantan. Subramaniam wears 3, and Zubair Azmi is the left back. Those back 4, we need to look at them because they'll be under a lot of pressure.
Exactly, and as you say, the national side, none of the national players here because they have that World Cup qualifier that is very, very important. But talking of Chelsea, of course, if you look back through the history, they actually played their very first game of football on the 2nd of September 1905. That's what, 106 years ago. And just for those who like facts and figures, they'd lost that Division 2 game to Stockport by 1-0. I don't think they'd be losing here tonight.
It'll be a major, major upset if they do. But Malaysia, this selection, will give it a go. They will try and hold the ball. They have got 1 or 2 very good defenders in Noor Hafiz Zamani and Subramaniam. Faris Al is a former national team goalkeeper, so it's not a team lacking experience. Badri Radzi, who you've mentioned, is a very useful midfield player. Many think he could have made it in one of the better leagues in Asia.
Well, they're nearly all set to start, and as you can see, it's the team in the yellow and black, the Malaysian side, who will start our game, the first game of the Chelsea Asian Tour for 2011 here in Kuala Lumpur. There's Corkle right beside me, Colin Turner, as we bring you the live action. So, as I said, the sea of blue and white. Now there's a few of the yellow and blacks around. And there's the first chance, and a very clever trick. Hilario was off his line, but I think he saw that coming, so he decided, okay, I better go back in the goal. So it'll take them a little bit to settle down, and there's the young man wearing the number 46, and that is Josh McEachran, very, very good player, only 18 years of age, and we've seen that man thousands of times do what he just did, and that's Frank Lampard taking the ball forward. Here's Ivanovic, Bratislav Ivanovic from Serbia, 27 years of age. And he actually is a very, very good international player and has played 25 times for his country and scored 7 goals. Chelsea will get around a little bit, McEachran, and he's putting it over here to the left-hand side of the park, and now they find Solomon Kalou.
Just looking how Malaysia are lining up. Amri Yaya's just behind Harudin Omar. It's 2 banks of 4. A desperate challenge from Subramaniam there.
Tried to give the goalkeeper a little bit of exercise early on, Morales.
For Malaysia, it is all about trying to keep Chelsea out in the first 10 or 15. Gifted possession to Benayoun, and Torres hits the target, but I tell you what, an on-form Fernando Torres puts that in the corner.
Yeah, well, we've got to give a little bit of credit to the keeper there for that as well, Des. Good goalkeeping.
Important for Farisal to get an early save. They conceded early when they played Arsenal recently, and it affected them very badly, Malaysia.
They certainly don't want to do that tonight, give away an early goal. And the captain is marshalling the defence back there, Mishra, the 30-year-old. And the flag has gone up, and you can see the man wearing the number 17, Amri Yaya, turned around, quick look to see if the flag had gone up, and yes, it had, but they're going to win a throw-in.
Just looking how Chelsea are lining up, and it's a 4-3-3. The Villaboas favoured at Porto.
Jose Boasenga trying to make an inroad down the far side, but well cut out by Subramaniam. Do I pronounce that correct, Des?
That's close enough, Subramaniam. He's another of the Kelantan contingent, the league champions. But it really is stepping up a stratospheric leap for the Malaysia Super League players.
Here's McEachran again, young 18-year-old, but one of the greats for the future, there's no doubting about that. And that's Slobodan Rakovic. He actually was on loan to Vitesse Arnhem in the European leagues, and also played with PSV Eindhoven. Went on loan, but he's come back. And of course, the new man in charge wanted to take a look at the 22-year-old, so he's giving him a chance here.
Little shove in the back from Subramanian on Torres. I think he's got a little bit lucky there. Arudin.
The locals can break.
Wanzak Haikal switches it to Joseph Kalangti. Amriaya.
But yeah, again, caught offside. Actually, you mentioned, Des, before we went on air, that the two wingers could be two that would test the back line of the Chelsea side, and they're showing promise already.
Yeah, certainly Wanzak Haikal has got plenty of pace and likes to just get inside the full-back. Joseph Kalangti is more of a dribbler. As I've said before, it's a case of they've got to see the ball. At the moment, it's all Chelsea.
Solomon Kalou losing out, but big recovery. Actually, I'm looking at this man, Rakovic, tall lad, very, very tall, but looks impressive at the moment.
Draskovic, who's gone down, getting up a little bit gingerly, the number 63, doesn't actually have a work permit. He can't play competitive games in Europe, so that's why he's being had a look at these 4 matches in Asia for Villa Boas.
He's only 22 years of age, so if he can break into the Chelsea side, what a big advantage it would be with Alex and John Terry, and having another tall guy at the back would strengthen up the defence for Chelsea. But here the local side going through, and here's a chance for them, and a good recovery. Great recovery going back there. It was Bathram, and he was able to knock the ball away from Omar. Here's Torres causing trouble, but the referee decides illegally, so it's going to be a free kick to Malaysia.
It's on Subramanian, and it's ouch. They're never nice. That's smack on the back of the head. Subramanian will feel that. Torres looks in a mean, moody
yes,
mood.
He certainly does. Well, Subramanian has got up, but he's definitely feeling the bump, as you say. This goalkeeper, 25 years of age, Frazel Narles, he's actually played 12 times for the national side, so a fair bit of form for him.
Yeah, and he's with Negri Sembalam. Again, there's a real policy for the national team to pick younger players, and because Malaysia didn't have any real success, it's a whole new branch who's playing in the national team in the, I can't tell you how big a game it is, the away and home legs against Singapore this Saturday and next Thursday.
Here's a man who, in the goal for Chelsea, who hasn't had a lot of action. He's actually only played 37 games in the last 5 years for Chelsea. In the league, he's played 18 in the FA Cup and about 6 in Europe. So they have, of course, Hilario, and they also have Ross Turnbull, another goalkeeper, and they just tried to sign a young man from Genk, Courtois.
They've sent out on loan to Atletico Madrid, so it is a big squad. And
Sure
they're bringing the average age down. I think that's one of the noticeable things about Chelsea. Starting with the coach, of course.
Exactly, and all of the reports are suggesting that he's a disciplinarian, and he's saying to them they have to be socially responsible for everything they do on and off the park, and that's a great start from a young man. When you consider that there's one or two of the players in the Chelsea side very, very near to his age.
Absolutely.
Like Didier Drogba, John Terry. You look at their ages, and they're like Ashley Cole is 30. So this manager and coach from Portugal is only 3 years older than some of them.
Aluda hard on the back there of Badri Radzi, and it'll be one of the tests that as observers will be looking out for if the coach is able to get his discipline on players who are the same age as him. Hilario comes out successfully.
He actually hesitated a little bit before he decided to move for that, and I think he realized that they have speed, the two wingers, and he just got there.
Approaching the 10-minute mark, Malaysia selection will be relatively content that they've been able to hold Chelsea to just that one clear chance for Fernando Torres.
See Ben Ayoun over on the right-hand side. Actually, I always rated him as a very, very good player, especially coming out of midfield. He always gave me the impression that he had good vision, but he never seemed to get an opportunity under Carlo Ancelotti for some reason or another.
He spent a lot of time injured last year, which was unfortunate. But West Ham and Liverpool fans look back on his time with those clubs with great fondness. He was very creative.
Two number 8s tussling for it over there. Ladcy and Frank Lampard. It's going to be a throw into Malaysia on the far side.
It's the physicality that Malaysia have got to counteract. That's their biggest problem. As you can see there, Ivanovic towers over Amri Yahya.
And one of the things, Des, is that in a lot of these games, the local sides, because they're playing the international stars, so to speak, they try to play like them, and they can't afford to do that because they don't have the skills, and you'd have to understand that they don't have that skill, because these guys are professional, full on since they were about 14. So the local sides are always at a disadvantage in that sphere. Chance for Chelsea with Ben Ayoun on the far side, but good goalkeeping and brave goalkeeping. Nice ball through from the Chelsea attack. But, good goalkeeping, brave goalkeeping, I suppose you call it as well.
It really is bizarre, these tour games, because the fans have got a win-win situation. They cheer the team in blue on this occasion, and then Malaysia go down the other end and do something good, and they cheer the team in yellow. It's strange, but great fun.
Oh yes, they're really enjoying it. But I'll tell you, this young man at the back, Slobodan Rankovic, the 22-year-old, playing very well, looks very confident and comfortable at the back. Chelsea trying to create something with Frank Lampard, the skipper for the night. He puts it over here, and this is Ryan Bartrand, the young man from South London. Trying to push the ball through to Lampard, but Malaysian foot in the way, sees it out over the sideline for safety for a little while, maybe a little respite.
Chelsea haven't been able to create much. They've had plenty of possession, playing the ball side to side, and I know it's fitness. It's the main purpose of this tour, or of this particular first match of the tour. Gets a little bit more serious. They play at the Rajmangala against the Thai selection, and then into the Darling Asia Trophy.
You just mentioned there's about 12 minutes gone, and already Chelsea have put 67 passes together against 33 for the home side. Here's another chance as the Chelsea side in blue go forward again. And the country tried to push the ball through, but the locals come away with it. And then unfortunately the ball shot through by Haroud Omar, just not able to clip it past the Chelsea defenders. Joseph Bosinga, the 29-year-old from Portugal, tall man actually, he's 183 meters. He's played 125 games for Chelsea in the Premier League, 83 of them in the Cup, FA Cup and what have you. International, 24 international caps, but only scored 2 goals. Another international player from the Chelsea squad, Solomon Kalou, Ivory Coast, just like his other colleague Didier Drogba.
Ryan Bertrand showing good tenacity down the left-hand side.
But the skipper decided to put an end to that and kick it out.
Good player, Noor Hafiz. Noor Hafiz impressed the last time Chelsea were in town, which was a 2-0 victory a couple of seasons ago. It's their 3rd trip up to Kuala Lumpur. They won the first match by 4 goals to 1. Not a lot of movement up front ahead of Joe.
Actually, the interesting thing there, I think, Des, is that the 4 at the back from Malaysia are inclined to move out and trap Torres offside, and he's just been watching himself and just running out, and therefore, because he runs out, the gap closes. But here's a chance, but just a little bit too far ahead for Benayoun and Jesse Bosinga. I suppose the coach sitting down on the touchline, taking a look at them in this, what you would call a competitive game. They did beat Portsmouth in their last game at home before they flew out here with an own goal. But he wasn't too happy with the performance that day. But now I think he's getting the test, a real test.
Those stats very much in Chelsea's favour. 70%. As Malaysia will have been worried about, it's just getting hold of the ball. Joseph Kalangti, tricky, or then gives Daoud a horrible pass.
Jamaluddin, nice skill, was able to ghost past Frank Lampard. Not a lot of people do that. Bosingwa again on the halfway line, trying to set something up for Chelsea, and this time they have a chance.
Daoud just gets an important header in. Had to. Daoud Jamaluddin from Kelantan. Last time he played at this stadium, he scored an own goal in the last minute to cost his team a victory in the FA Cup final.
The pitch again, putting it back to Ivanovic. They're going to go down the right-hand side again. A lot of the build-up is coming on that right-hand side. Malouda racing forward. Oh, nice dummy.
Subramaniam miskicks. Noor Hafiz error. Torres wide.
Oh, what a chance on his left foot.
It's Lampard, apologies, Frank Lampard. Noor Hafiz though, that's a horrible error in his own penalty area.
Miscommunication back in the defence. Let's take a look at it again. Miss kick, and then the two of them dilly-dally around. Torres with the left foot, he had to hit it. Took a quick stab at it. Got it all wrong. But at least I suppose the coach would think they're creating a few chances.
Torres available in the middle. Terrific defending.
Great defending. Had to time it well. This time there, and it could have been anything. A penalty. Like you said, Torres was waiting in the middle to snap it up. A lot of people, of course, taking a look at Ryan Bartram for the first time. They wouldn't have seen an awful lot of that young man. One of the, no doubt, stars of the future for Chelsea. Robin Malouda, the French international, wearing the number 15. Operating on this side. Again, Chelsea go down the far side. Benayoun.
Dead right, they're using Basingor and Benayoun as a combination an awful lot. Not been able to get much into the box, but they might now. That's decent defending. Mohamed Zubir. And then gives the ball away to McEachran. Malouda.
Snuffed out. Pull back the left foot. Thought that was would have been one of the goal-bound shots. McEachran setting them up again. Nice ball in behind and the keeper, and again Torres got it on the wrong foot that time. It would have been easier if he hit it with his left. Tried to get it across with his right. Great defensive play again by Superman.
It's the penalty box defending of the highest order from Subramanian. Just does enough as he comes in, just there even so.
Torres allowed the ball to run across his body onto his right foot. I think he'd have been better if he had hit it with his left. 20 minutes gone inside the National Stadium in Malaysia, and the scoreline is telling us it's 0-0 at the moment, but a pretty exciting 20 minutes.
Chelsea have created 3 openings or had 3 chances. He's a massive man, is Ivanovic.
And he scored a few goals for them last season, Ivanovic, by going up for corners.
He's also quick. Amri Yahya is probably the most subtle of the Malaysian players. If he can get on the ball one-on-one around the edge of the penalty area, he might cause a problem.
Bartram inside to Malouda. Malouda has Kalua outside him, but Bartram takes over. They go back to that tall young man, Slobodan Rakovic, the 22-year-old. Malouda getting a fair bit of the ball now on this left-hand side. Most of the attacks were going down the right-hand side before. Good ball inside, created the space. Nice touch. Hasn't gone out yet.
And Bertrand, he played for England in the under-21s tournament in Denmark. That's nice.
Yeah.
That's quality.
I'm sure the coach would be pretty pleased the way the 2 youngsters have settled down. Especially Rathkovic in the middle and Bartram on this side. But I think the heat is getting to a few of the players, and Azibasayoun has come over. There's Bartram giving himself a little bit of a tiny shower, and there's the coach. First time we've seen him go out there and have a few words to each of the players.
16 is one Zach Eichel and Don Kim Sweet. He's had these players with him for just over a week or so. So they've been playing systems, and they do look fairly well organised, and that's a trademark of On Kim Sweet. A vast amount of creativity going forward, but difficult to break down.
It'd be interesting to see if that's a plan on the right-hand side. And here's they go down the left-hand side with Solomon Kalou. Has he taken it too far? He just took it to the byline. and the referee says a corner. A good defensive play by the Malaysians again.
And the penalty box defending from Nur Hafiz Zamani after Daudsu Jamaluddin had been nutmegged again. That's twice now. This will be a threat. The set plays, Ivanovic and Rajkovic and Torres, big fellas, and not forgetting Lampard.
Yeah, as I mentioned, Ivanovic goes up for the corners. He did that in the Premier League in a couple of the games, like against the big clubs like Arsenal and Manchester United. Let's see what happens here.
It's gone out of play.
Yep. I think it went out and came back in. Yep. Not a good corner when you suddenly have the big artillery up in the box. "23 minutes. As you can see on the screen, we've had one corner for Chelsea. A couple of fouls thrown in. But as you mentioned, Des, a couple of misses as well. And I suppose they have to go down as bad misses. Two of them, especially by Torres.
Harudin loses out, Malouda's in quickly. And Kalou, Torres flags up.
That's actually clever play. It's not that Torres is straying offside. It's just the defenders are moving out, and that's very, very clever play. Just watch it here. See, he's moving, and he thinks the defender behind his back is staying with him, but he's not. The defender moved out. Torres got caught again.
Apologies from Kalou. And a chance for Malaysia to put the ball into the danger area. You know, in the previous games they've been reluctant just to put the ball in and wonder what they can get out of it. They tried to play short.
They might put it onto Omar's head now. They went to the far side, but at least they have forced the defence of Chelsea for Rajkovic on the screen to the corner.
And Joseph Kalangti can come over and curl this one in. Harudin Omar is a danger. He's on the penalty spot. Badri
Yaya is in there as well. He's going to cause a bit of a problem. Number 17.
Just being blocked off by Ivanovic. Banayoun's header. Mohamed Zubair gains possession. Subramaniam, he goes all the way back.
Keeper's done well. Good save from Fernando Torres.
Harudin was just looking for the flick on, but the man mountain called Ivanovic stopped him, and Benayoun trying to get the wrong side of Mohamed Zubair.
And there was 3 Chelsea players there, and he's left a chance for Malouda, and he was trying to set Torres up, but the ball came back again to the Chelsea players. Now they put it into the box. But Torres' head, but the goalkeeper is there at the far post. No power behind Torres. He couldn't get any power behind it as the ball was dropping anyhow.
The problem for Malaysia select is most of Chelsea's chances are coming from them gifting possession. There was Daudsu again, who lost possession on the edge of his own penalty area. And then you've got a 3-on-3, and Chelsea in full flight. You anticipate a goal.
I don't think you can't say anything to Fernando Torres for not doing an awful lot with that, because it was coming down straight and he was going up. Couldn't get a lot of power, no neck muscles or anything behind it.
Offside. In this cauldron, I don't think he heard it.
Great chance, but the flag was up on this side. I don't think he knew it, and I don't think the goalkeeper Hilario knew as well. And it was a very good save in his legs. They didn't see the flag on this side. With that, he's just about 2 feet offside, maybe.
It's a good call, but Wanzak Haikal, he does lurk on the fullback shoulders and has got the pace. Henry Yaya hassling Rajkovic.
Rajkovic again finds Malouda. French international now inside to Solomon Kalou as he fouled. The goalkeeper came out, didn't collect it properly. And the referee has blown his whistle and awarded a free kick in a dangerous position to Chelsea. Let's see what happens when Solomon Kalou goes through.
It was for the initial foul on the edge of the penalty area. Referee Subkidin played a good advantage. Good brave goalkeeping once again from Farizal. But this is Lampard territory.
Yes, indeed. Far post. And that's what the goalkeeper wants. He wants coverage over there. Even though Ryan Bartram as well can hit it with his left foot. He's not too far away. Yes, he's moved away now. It's going to be, as you say, Frank Lampard. The wall stood firm.
Came off the back of Malouda. Typical Lampard, going for the deflection.
Deflection. Actually went off his back. Frank was aiming for that far corner, disappointed that his teammate got in the way. He thinks, I'd have scored, I'm sure. That's what he'll say at half-time. 29 minutes gone, Malaysia 0, Chelsea 0.
Again, we know it's about fitness for Chelsea, but there doesn't seem to be a lot of fluency or understanding as yet. They've hardly put together any number of passes in the opposition penalty area, or the opposition area. And Hilario has given Ivanovic a difficult ball. Now there might be a bit of space to play because Malaysia Select were pulled out of position there. And we've got 5 Chelsea shirts.
Yossi Benayoun now finds McEachran, Josh McEachran, trying to set something up for Frank Lampard. And this is Malouda. Chelsea just knocking it about, keeping control of it, trying to draw the Malaysian side out, but then a poor pass gave the ball away. But again, good tackle by Josh McEachran. There's Torres, but outnumbered at the back, swamped by 2 players.
They're playing like Tigers, Malaysia Select. Half an hour plus played. Amri Yahya putting pressure on. And nearly forcing the giant Ivanovic into an error.
Tough man to move off the ball, Ivanovic. He's tested and tried out some of the best wingers in European football as well as in the Premier League. And when you look around at Nani and Ryan Giggs and all of them, they didn't get much change out of them. Very tough right back. Here's the man on the left-hand side, Ryan Bartram. To Rajkovic, to Frank Lampard. He's got Bosingwa out on the far side.
Chelsea very one-pace. A lack of movement up front when they've got possession at the back. Torres very static. Kalou just holding his possession. It's only really Yossi Benayoun who's giving an option. The fullbacks getting up and down the line, both sides.
Maybe that might be the plan and the instructions to spread the ball around a bit and drag the Malaysian defence across the shop, so to speak. Malouda has a chance here. Too high. It was a right idea, wrong execution. Solomon Kalou.
There's going to be a change now to Jamaluddin is coming off, and Fandi Othman will come in and probably fill in at right back, like for like.
Yeah, this is, as I mentioned, there's a young man a few people are taking a look at. Fandi Othman, he's only 17 years of age, he's 5'7", but a few scouts are very interested in this young, and I actually think, if memory serves me right, he might have been offered a trial because he went to Slovakia.
Yeah, a lot of these players went to Slovakia on training last season. Many of the Harry Mahmuda team, and in fact this under-23 squad are going back out to Slovakia almost immediately after this match for training. At the other end,
young Ahmed was offered a trial out there, but I don't know what happened after that. I think there was one or two of the youngsters offered trials out there, but sometimes when managers change clubs and things like that, they fall, all those intended signings and what have you, and contracts fall between the cracks, so to speak. There's Bosingwa on the far side. Portuguese international, McEachran, trying to set something up for Mahmuda, but just couldn't get through. Now they got through.
He's got to stand up. Oh, Hafiz, and good penalty box defending. Harudin, and if he can square it, there's Yaya free, but Ivanovic gets over in the nick of time.
He had to leg it, didn't he, across the back, because as you quite rightly said, there was a man free on the far side. He left in no one to cover him. There was nobody coming back. He would have a free run on goal if the ball had gone to Harudin, if he was able to get it across.
A little bit of consternation on the Malaysia bench. They've just made one change. Is it Madri Radzi, I think, who's on his back?
King Sui down on the touchline, talking to a few of the players, giving them a little bits of advice. But looks to be all right. And again, we have Boesch talking to Frank Lampard, a few words to him. And now he was trying to retract Frank again, but he's telling Bartram to go back.
Sharon Nissam's header. And we're just 10 minutes from half-time. It remains goalless at Bukit Jalil. Sharon Nissam and co. have worked very hard to keep their shape and keep their discipline. Chelsea have had their chances, particularly two for Torres and a snapshot from Frank Lampard just wide.
Looked like a bit of a mistake over there by the two Malaysians. One might have shouted, let it go, and the other decided to play at it and could have got themselves into trouble.
Well, they're going to have a yellow card. Or should do.
No, I don't think he'll do that. I said Bosingwa.
Well, he's thrown the ball away.
Yeah.
Friendly or not, that is a yellow card.
No, he hasn't taken up the yellow card, but he's had a word with him and said, you know, this is supposed to be a friendly encounter. He's trying to build something. Got a 3-2 Lampard. Now to Torres. Is he going to create something for himself? The referee has awarded a free kick to Chelsea just outside the area, even though I did think the defender got the ball, but he did come behind.
It's a centre-forward challenge that by Harudin Omar.
Maybe he didn't get the ball. Well, 50-50.
These days, Colin, it's a foul. And a free kick in, again, Lampard territory, 30 yards out, although Lampard's not part of it. Mahmuda's there. A change for Chelsea. Bertrand, I think, is coming off.
It's Patrick van Aanholt, the young Dutch player, the number 38, who's going to come in. 20-year-old. He's come in. It's Bosin who has come off. So there's the free kick. Straight over the top right back from, no, it was Malouda, sorry. Malouda who took that. Now a change for the local side. They're going to bring on Wan
Zaharul on for Wan Zaharul. Again, it's like for like. Wan Zaharul tends to operate down the right-hand side. Again, he's from the Hari Mahmuda side, who are the under-23 Olympic team, who also field a side in the Malaysian Super League. Here is Wan Zaharul. Not scared to have a go. Ran out of space.
Lampard back just outside his own penalty area. You don't see that too often. Here is Florent Malouda, French international, and got a chance. Torres going right through the middle, but the defender there with him, making sure he stays on the outside. But he got on the inside, and again the second defender is across to spoil anything for Fernando Torres. Good defensive play again.
Hafiz does that. He protects his fellow centre-back. Subramaniam's done beautifully there. Torres, bang, that's lovely. Great skill. And Hafiz looks after his centre-back partner. But the danger is not over. There are big, big bodies coming forward wearing blue.
Lampard with the corner.
Second ball.
Kick in there. Chelsea had the ball back again, but there was an opportunity for them. Here's a shot going to come up now. Thought that young Van Aanholt was going to have a go. Ooh, that's a nasty bit of a tackle. Went in late. The referee says play on. And the defenders did able to take out of it, but the Chelsea player, and that young Josh McEachran, is down, but he's up. He's okay.
Malaysia play on.
Give it away. Give it away to Malouda, and that's going to be a free kick to Chelsea. They take it quick. McEachran across to his skipper, Frank Lampard. Good ball, great ball and great vision. Good goalkeeping. He came off the line and he's going to spoil the run forward. Lampard apologising. Don't need anything to apologise for Malouda, Solomon Kalou.
Tell you what, Colin, pre-season or not, exceptionally underwhelmed by Chelsea. No real movement, no real desire. If they're trying to impress Andre Villas-Boas, I can't see anyone out there, maybe other than Yossi Benayoun, who's putting himself about. And I'm immediately wondering whether or not the players are asking questions of the coach rather than the coach getting what he wants out of the players.
Very interesting, Mr. Corker. It's a very little daft question to ask. Not daft in the mad sense, but daft in the choosing of whether exactly what you say is correct. There's McEachran. He seems to want the ball and want to create something. This man has impressed me. The younger 22-year-old Rakovic at the back. He's a tall man, but Lampard losing out, and here come the Malaysians again. Can they create something? They have a chance on this side with Yai.
And his cross is picked up by Rajnovic. 3 minutes till half-time. Chelsea have got a man over.
Got the ball on the far side.
Torres, Kalou, Lampard.
Oh. Well, what an easy opportunity for Frank Lampard. Just stick out his little toe and he could have put it in the back of the net. And another chance gone to begging.
I've got to ask whether or not he was offside. It's a horrible miss. It's lovely football. But Lampard's offside. He's in front of the ball. That's two good chances he's missed.
That was the late great Bill Shankly, when somebody said to him, what should I do when the ball comes up to me? And he said, stick it in the back of the net. We talk about your opinions later on. That's what Frank Lampard should have done. Stick it in the back of the net. Okay, if he's offside, he's offside. But this time, it'll be a free kick. Van Aanholt, the young man who has... No, it's not. In actual fact, the referee is giving the free kick back towards the halfway line for something I didn't see. A free kick taken by the skipper, Zanani. Not happy. Good ball into the area. And that was Bosinga getting his head to it.
In the pre-season games involving Arsenal and Liverpool, they both turned on the style a little bit in the second half. And they changed effectively their full 11 for the second half. You can only hope these Chelsea fans will see something similar.
It's going to be a free kick, all from behind. And Flavio Maluda. Patrick Van Aanholt.
That's a handball.
Solomon Klug explaining to the linesman that it hit his arm. As he said, look.
He's an international footballer.
Yeah.
He knows it's at his hand. What's going on with these Chelsea players?
Yeah, it's a very patchy performance by Chelsea in the first 45 minutes. They lack a lot of cohesion. They have had opportunities, no doubt, Des, but haven't been able to break down the defence. And when they did get opportunities, they weren't able to convert them.
All the talk coming into the game was about, will Modric sign? Will Lukaku sign? Who will Chelsea sign?
Well, I think the new coach has a few problems. There's Josh McEachran. To Lampard, he's got two breaking on the far side for him. One of them is Bosinga, the Portuguese international.
Torres! Second chance, Benayoun! Penalty box defending by Van de Othman again.
Brought the crowd alive a little bit. And they do it again, they can repeat it. This is an Aanholt. Yes, he goes in. Great goalkeeping again. Got his legs through that time, maybe a bit lucky.
Van Aanholt getting forward in these last 5 minutes or so. First Benayoun and then Van Aanholt asking the kind of questions you expect Chelsea to be asking. What a tackle by Van de Othman.
Great tackle. It looked for all purpose that Yossip Benayoun was going to bury it. And when the cross came over, I actually thought Torres was going to get to it. Fell behind him. And in the end, they were able to scramble it away. And we have 2 minutes to be added on at the end of the first half. A scrappy first half as far as Chelsea are concerned. And I'm sure Andres Villas-Boas will have a few words to say, and they might be very strong words as well to some of the players that are out there. And that's it. The referee calls a halt. And at half-time here in the National Stadium in Kuala Lumpur, it is Malaysia 0, Chelsea 0.